Pretty much from the dawn of time, man has dreamed of flying. At this point, it's as easy as getting a canopy and running off a mountain. When I fall asleep and I have a skiing dream, it's like I'm skiing around and then I just jump off something and I go like 500 feet. And that's literally now like what we're doing. So it's like living my dream. The sport is like categorized in like two disciplines they call speed flying. And speed flying is like in the summer, and that's off your feet where you're like running off a mountain. And then speed riding is with skis. It's like total Zen moment. You're like up in the air, your legs are dangling, but like you don't feel scared. You just get this bliss feeling. And that just like blew me away, and it was a feeling I like couldn't ignore. You know, I was pretty heavily into skiing, and I really liked skiing spines and stuff, just like a nice clean edge that was like steep down the mountain, you know, and for you to ski that, it has to be like perfect avy conditions and good weather and good snow conditions. But then as a speed rider, every mountain now is appealing, and you can ride everything.
Okay, we ready? Ole!
Probably like my first 100 flights, I'd be in the takeoff and I would like get shakes. It's pretty much like once you land, then you're like, whoa, you know, and then it all hits you and you're like, yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah!
So I grew up in Anchorage.
Yeah, buddy!
Out of high school, I was just like, I'm just gonna ski bum it. At that point, I started commercial fishing. And I was really lucky, and still am lucky, that I was able to make enough monies commercial fishing to kind of just like dirt bag it through the winter, you know, and follow my passion. We live in one of the best environments to play in the mountains, you know. Our tree line's so low, so most of the mountain's really open. And then our access to the mountains that we can just get so many laps in. So it's probably the best spot in the US.
Speed flying, especially in Alaska, is something that, you know, maybe your friend did over there, and maybe you know some people who did it, but it's like we're all starting to kind of come together like, oh, you speed fly too? Oh, you speed fly too? Oh, we should go out together. And Josh has been key in kind of making that happen.
Yeah, he makes you think that he's like, oh, dude, you got this. You're gonna get down no problem. And yeah, very motivating, very confident in your abilities, even if you're not confident in them.
Yeah, a lot of the people there, I had given them their first flight.
He's a really talented person in the community, so he's a great person to learn from.
I crashed, but it was fine. And I haven't done too many since then, but I've done enough to where I want to buy a wing.
Yeah, dude. But I just think it is like a really cool thing to like give people that experience of flight.
All right, you started off. 1, 2, 3, ole, ole. You have time to get your wing overhead, and then once you know your wing's overhead and it's fully inflated, and then it's just like kind of all the worries out the window. You just point it downhill until you take off.
You do have moments where you like, maybe you're flying and oh, you did something cool, and then you get the release like, yeah! Yeah, it makes you feel alive. I did it for one season, kind of, not like half-heartedly, but I was still like really obsessed with skiing at that point. But it wasn't really till I got hip surgery a couple years ago. And then since then, skiing just hasn't really felt that great. And so then I just focused all my energy into speed flying. And as soon as I figured out like how to ski with the wing, that's when my passion just exploded with it. And I love being out in the mountains, and it was just like another way to interact with the mountains. I'm not gonna like look back when I'm old and be like, dang it, I should have worked more, you know? Like, I'm not gonna be like, I regret playing in the mountains that whole time and having the best time of my life. I had a friend ask me the other day, she's like, well, do you get bored in the winter not working, you know? I was like, well, I got snow machines, I got skis, I got snowboards, I got speed wings. It's like, if I'm bored, I'm doing something wrong.